I'm Joan Williams. I'm the host of Coastal Dressage. It's really important to know how to handle your horse from the ground. Today we're going to be working on preparatory exercises if a handler wanted to show their horse in showmanship, halter, or sport horse in hand. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today we're going to learn to work our horses in hand. Let's go ahead and begin on a right hand turn, tracking right, and we'll make a square down here at this end. Let's go ahead, Richard first, turn right, and then Diane, continue on, and so on and so on. And we want a safe distance between our horse and the horse in front of us. And we want them to walk with good energy. We want to stay next to our horse's throat latch. Jen, stay next to your horse's throat latch. Make her stay up with you. And we would like them to have an overstep and to stretch their head and necks down in a natural walk frame. So as we walk, we want to present the best image that we can of our horse. So we need a little bit more energy, Richard. The whole group has to kind of go the speed you're going. And so you want to have an overstep. So as you're walking on your square, I'd like you to all glance back and confirm as you're walking that your horse has an overstep and that he's straight. An overstep would be where the inner front foot, for instance, the right front foot steps down. We want the right hind to have a track that goes in front of where the right front steps down. So Diane, your horse is counterbent on the turn. Try to help him bend on the turn. You want to turn their head in the direction of travel. Melissa, that was a good turn. That's the first turn. That's been a good turn. Try to turn, flex her a little to the inside, Sherry, on the turn. Turn her head to the right. That's it, Debbie, good. Melissa and Debbie had a nice bend on the turn. And let's go ahead and line up behind Melissa, and I'm going to describe to you our first pattern. We've got 3 cones on the center line of the arena. So we're going to have Melissa go first, and we're going to have you make a right-hand turn so that you turn down the center line on the outside side of the cones. I would like you to trot from the first cone to the second cone, walk from the second cone to the third cone, and halt and set up at the third cone facing us. Try to not let them counterbend on the turn. Turn the shoulder, turn the head, help them turn the corner. Good, when the horse is straight. Now look behind you, confirm that the horse is straight. Glance back. On your walking line, glance back that the horse is straight. Super. Excellent. Next person. And everybody can move on up to the next, up by letter B. Good. All right, same thing, Debbie. Turn his shoulder, turn his head. Nice. Ask for him to trot. Glance behind you, confirm that he's straight. Good. I think I'm going to add a component. When you halt and set him up at the last cone, let's see if you can back him up 4 steps. Good. Turn around and face him. Turn around and face him. And then back him up. But don't be directly in front of him in the danger spot. Be a little off to your side. And then back him up 4 steps. Okay. And then you can come forward and go back into line. So your body was a little bit angled, and if you keep yourself square to him, they can back up more square.
Okay.
And next person. So you can kind of plan ahead and move up and be ready to go, so that the next horse will be ready after the first horse is doing its rein back. Okay, so you want to wait till he's around the corner before you ask him to trot. Keep him straight. Look behind you. You got to look back twice. Once in the trot part, once in the walk part. Confirm that they're straight. turn around, face him. But you got to be on the side of him. You never can be in the danger zone. Directly in front of the withers of the horse, or in front of the front legs, you don't want to be in the danger zone, and then you can back him up. So he's backing off to the right, and Sailor backed off to the left. Come on back, turn back around, and go back in line. So when you back them, their head is how you control the quarters. Diane, go ahead and continue on into line. If you've got their head off to the left, yep, Sherry, then their butt's going to go to the right. If you have their head to the right, their butt's going to go to the left. So you want to try to keep their head right in front of their shoulders if you can. Finish your turn first. Good. Look behind you. Confirm that the horse is straight. Good, Sherry. Keep the horse straight. Don't let him go between the cones. He's drifting right. The horse is drifting right. Okay, so the cone, you changed your center line. And you want to turn around the other direction, switch hands so that you can back the horse up. Oh, no. So we want to stay on the correct side of your horse. Yep. Switch hands, though, so that your left hand backs the horse up. Yep, that's it. All right, and we want to try to keep them backing straight. Yeah, it's okay. That's what we're practicing today. Okay, Richard, you can move on up and be ready to go. Walk with more energy. This is too slow of a walk. You want to have some energy. Turn your corner. Okay, and then your trot. And then you're going to walk this next bit. And then you're going to halt. You're going to turn around backwards, switch hands, and then you're going to back them up with your left arm. Good, that's good. Good. Good, that's nice and straight. 4 steps back, good. Switch hands, turn forward, bring them forward. Try to stay around the cone. Very good. That was really actually the best one yet. A little hesitant in the walk and the trot and the transition between, but it was very good otherwise. Straight. It was the straightest of all of them. Okay. She's drifting right. Her head is off to the left, so she's really crooked. There you go. Good. Good. That's it. And then you can back her up. And again, she's got her head to the left, so she's backing with her quarters to the right. All right, and then bring her forward again. So this is something that we're going to then work to train in. Okay, Melissa, one more time. Let's everybody do one more time. So the ideal would be that the horse would make the corner, that it would trot just off of your body trotting, that it would stay straight, that it would listen to your body for the walk. That's excellent so far. They would halt straight and square. They would back up on a straight line. Yeah, quarters went a little right. Okay. One more time for everybody, and then we're going to do a rein back exercise, because that's the trot is pretty good, the straight ahead is pretty good, the backing up is something that we'll work on. As we work to set them up, we'll work on taking them backward and using their head to position the quarters. Good, Debbie. It's nice and straight. Very good. Good. Now switch your hands so that your left hand holds the, yep, and you can carry your whip in your right hand, and then back him up with your left hand. The whip just stays next to you, by your thigh, like benignly out of the way, and your left hand backs the horse up. And your body position backs the horse up. Try to keep your rein off the ground. Don't use your whip. That's it. Good. Good. Keep his head straight because the quarters are going left. That's it. Good, good. Good, Debbie. Good. Super. Excellent. Now look up where you're going. Come straight before you make that turn. All right, good. It's important to keep their head in the middle. So you need to warn him so his head doesn't pull up The straightness is the biggest issue. He's really got his head to the left, and he's falling right. There you go. Much straighter there. Good. Hold the rein in your left hand. Hold the whip in your right hand. By your side, by your thigh. That is out of the way. That's it. Good, Diane. Okay, better. Better. This was much better than the time before. Now straight ahead. And make a nice turn. All right. Good, Sherry. That's nice and straight. The head stayed down and relaxed. Pretty well. Good. Now don't start veering over. Look at the cone where you're heading to. You don't want to go in front of that cone. You want to stay to the left of that cone. Yeah. Very good. Really obedient. Much better this time. Good. Good. Oh, so much straighter. Excellent. Excellent. Back to your position and straight forward. Nice. Good. We still could have a little better straightness, and his head comes up as you do that transition, so you're pulling rather than using a little bit your left arm behind you with your stick to say, we're going forward. Good. Good halt. Carry your whip by your right thigh, or they react to the whip. Yep, there you go. Good. Good. All right. And then the group with Melissa leading can go to letter S, and at letter S you can come to halt. Still the straightness. Her head is really far off to the left. There we go. Yeah, you want to try to keep her head in the middle. There you go. It's better. Keep the whip by your side so that they don't react to it. Keep her head off to the right so that her quarters will go left. Yeah, put her head to the right and back her quarters left once. There you go. There you go. Good, good. Now straighten her front end out. All right, now bring her back up to the turnaround forward. Bring her back up to the spot and do that one more time. And use that concept of taking her head to the right to back the quarters a little to the left. If they go with their head off to the left, their butt's going to go right. Now try to keep her head centered. Centered. Small steps so that you can control the straightness. Small steps. Excellent. Excellent. Good, Jen. Super. Excellent. And turn around forward. Good job. And straight ahead. All right, next exercise, I'd like you to go ahead, straight ahead in the walk, and come here broadside to us and set your horse up. So for our sport horses in hand and our horses that are going to be shown English, we want them to be straight, and we want the inside hind leg under, the one that's on our side. So can you make him go one step forward? Try to straighten him out as you guide him forward. And make that left hind come a little under. I would take this. Good. And then present your horse. Turn and face this way. Yeah, just like that. Super. Good job. Thank you. And Debbie, you're going to do that same thing. So come up broadside to us. And bring him gradually to the halt. And turn and face him. And you want the left hind to be under, because this is the side that we're going to be demonstrating, that the left hind is a little under. The front feet can be slightly apart, but that looks good right there. Now, step a little back and present your horse to us. Hold your reins the way you had them. Yeah, just like a big smile. Posture, shoulders back, eyes up. Yeah, thank you. Good, super. And off you go. So Diane, where his head is going to be really important as you guide him into the halt. We don't want it to be noodly. We want him nice and straight. And you're going to turn around, face the other direction, Diane, to set him up. You got to face him. Yep, to set him up. Okay, you want him straight, so either put his head to the right and back his quarters to the left. Keep his head off to the right. That's it. See how you guided the back end? Now you can guide him forward. That's actually pretty good right there. And for him, I would carry his head a little higher. He looks too sleepy. We want him to look attractive. Okay, now if his legs aren't where you want him, and then get his head a little higher. Now put some posture, shoulders back, eyes up, put some posture in here. There you go. All right, super, thank you. All right, Miss Sherry. Good. And you'll just guide her left hind under by taking her take a step backward, and she'll walk with you, or you can back her up a step. What's nice about backing them up is you can sometimes get a hind foot to be under. Yeah? Okay, she's kind of parked out, so maybe take another step back. There you go. And you want that left hind under if you can. The front end looks good. There you go. And put that right front back. One step. All right, good. I would take that. And then present her to us that you're done. Stand and face your horse, though. Posture. All right, super. Just like that. All right, good job. All right, Richard. So whether or not we ever actually show our horse in showmanship, or sport horse in hand or halter, it's great training to teach them to be this obedient, that you can place a foot where you would like a foot to be. Make that left hind come a step under. Yeah. And then put that right front back. If you turn his head a little straight in front of him, you can make that right front go back. Okay, now this would be good if we were on the other side. So take the left hind under. A little more. Yeah. Keep coming. There you go. Good. And now his left front is kind of parked out there. You want that left front. There you go. Good. And now present your horse to us. Smile, shoulders back, posture. Very nice. Super. Okay, thank you. And Jen, try to keep her head straight. Don't lead her with her head off to the left, because she's going to halt and her butt's going to swing to the right. That's it. Now start to warn her by going slower, half halting, half halting, half halting. Keep her head up. Half halting, half halting. Good. Very nice. She stopped beautifully. So you can present her. Super. Thank you. Good job. All right, for our next exercise, you guys can come back into our line. And we're going to work on moving our horses sideways from the whip. Let's go ahead and spread out, everyone. Let's go ahead, everybody spread out, because I know you all know how to do the exercise, but I want you to be able to hold your whip against either the thigh of the horse or the hind leg button, the shoulder of the horse or the front leg button, and we're going to ask a horse to take one step away from the tiniest little tap of our whip, and the whip must never be in the air away from the horse when we've turned around backwards and we're asking him to move sideways. Or we can use our whip on the middle button to ask the inner fore and the inner hind to move over. That's it, Melissa. It's coming now. Good. And then hold your whip against him and praise him. And then hold your whip against him for ho. That's it. So we don't want them overreactive. We want horses to be calm and confident and relaxed with this exercise. Horses do not like it when we hold our whips away from them in the air. So you've got to hold it against them as a way of desensitizing, saying, this doesn't mean anything. Hold still, half halt to Melissa, say, this doesn't mean anything. Good boy, this doesn't mean anything. Now, here's a little tiny tap. It means move over. Horses can be too reactive or not reactive enough. We want to train in the right reaction. Good, it's coming. to do a little bit on both sides so that you can tune your horses up, that there's an acceptance of the whip on my thigh doesn't mean anything. Good. And then a little tap of your whip, Melissa, and then the horse has to hoe again. Hold your whip there and say ho. Hold your whip there and say ho. He's got to know what each button means. He's too overreactive. Good, Debbie. Yours is looking pretty good. Little tap, Debbie. Small tap. Good. Now, he picked it up, but he didn't step over. There you go. And now praise him. Good boy. Okay, do a little bit on each side, and then I think we're going to line back up and try this again. So let's go ahead on our line to the right. Jen, let's have you come first, and then Sherry second, and then Debbie third, and Diane fourth, and then Richard and Melissa will let you go last. So everybody go ahead and line up on the wall on the right. And if you want to keep practicing a little bit as we go, that would be great. Melissa, I'm going to put you last because he's the one that's too sensitive. You're going to line up on the rail over here, and you're going to come and face us. And we're going to do a little bit where you can move the horse off of a specific foot with the touch of your whip to see how in tune you can become to ask a horse to move a particular leg. Okay, go for it, Jen. Good. The whip against her shows her we're not asking for anything. Good. Excellent. You asked for a little hind quarter to move over. She stepped over with her right hind, then she stepped over with her left hind. Show me the left front. If you turn their head a little away from you, you can also help them take a step in that foot. One more step. Good. Good. Praise her. Good girl. Now keep her parallel, or perpendicular to us, and ask for adduction of inner fore and inner hind like a leg yield sideways, or a side pass sideways is a better description than a leg yield. Good. And praise her. Good girl. Excellent. And the same thing from the other side. You can switch your reins and switch sides. This is the right amount so that we can have the horses not be too reactive, and they become just the right amount of reactive that they give us exactly what we're looking for. The horse that overreacts is not confident. The horse that underreacts is not respectful. Okay, Jen? So she picked it up. She knows half-step exercises. Good girl. Excellent. Praise her, and then take her head a little away from you and ask for that right front to step across. Good. Excellent. Excellent. And then a step of a side, western side pass. Excellent. Good job, Jen. And you want the left hind to step a little across. Good. Very nice. You want that left hind to step a little in front of the right hind. Good. There's the right hind. There's the left hind. Good boy. And now turn your whip around and make his left front step across. If you turn his head a little away from you, you can influence that left front to step in front of the right front to the right. That's it. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Super. And then a side pass. Make the whole horse. Why don't you face us so we can see the whole horse move sideways? And with the butt end of your whip, gently, we want him to adduct his left fore and his left hind and cross in front of his right fore and his right hind. Yes? And yes. Excellent. Good boy. Perfect. So these exercises are great for being able to have our horse have an acceptance of aids and not overreact and panic when we use an aid. They have to become confident and understanding that what we're doing is gentle. There's a methodology to it. Whichever one you want, Melissa, first. Good. There's a left front. Excellent. Excellent. Desensitizing him. Super. See him licking and chewing, and he's relaxed. I really like how patient you are with him, not getting him to overreact, letting him think about it. Yeah, there's the right amount. Super. And then same thing of the sideways. Excellent. Excellent. So what you've done in front of our eyes is you've trained him, number one, to not be overreactive, and number two, to listen to you and wait for your cue and command and allow you to position a foot. So the hind end went first because his head was off to the right, and you were communicating with the, kind of turn his head a little away from you. There you go, there's his right front. Super. I like the patience that you're using and the tact that you're using, and you're controlling all the pieces of your horse. Yeah. We get right response, wrong response, or no response. Good. I like the patience and the right response. Eventually, this would become excellent. Halfway in the middle. Super job. Okay, guys, come on in and line up. So great job today, everyone. I like to use a variety of exercises, even if we never show our horses at Sport Horse in Hand, which we did not cover today, or showmanship or halter. It's really interesting, I think, for the horses to have a variety to their work, using cross-training, not just working in hand, but trail riding, going over cavaletti, so they have variety besides the dressage. I also think it's great for the handlers to understand how if they move their horse's head one way, the butt goes the other. If they move their horse's head one direction, they can influence the shoulder the other. And it's great exercises for the riders to be able to understand how to back their horses up, bring them forward, keep them straight. I mean, just today, training one horse to not be overreactive, another horse to learn to react, and one handler to learn to half halt or position their body in a particular place to influence their horse, I find very helpful. Everything we can learn that's going to make us a better equestrian is really important information. So super job today, you guys. Thank you very much.